Hey Fingsters, and welcome to today's tutorial. I'm excited to show you a very nice one-liner using Lambda and map functions. Okay, so the one-liner will basically introduce both Python features, Lambda functions, which are very important, map functions, which are not so important, but I think understanding both of them is really important for your career because you will see many of them in practical code projects as well. And yeah, so let's start directly with the problem. Say we have given a list of strings, okay, and just maybe write the list of strings first. So we have variable text, and now we have a list of strings. And what kind of strings? Let's just copy paste them from the book. This is the third one-liner of my new Coffee Break Python one-liners book. Coffee Break Python is my other book series, so I confused them. But yeah, my new book Python one-liners contains many of those one-liners. Actually, I think 50 or 60 one-liners, and I also have a lot of videos, one video per one-liner. And yeah, I think it's really important that you understand the single line of Python code before you can understand more complicated code projects. Okay, so here I have a list of strings, some text. So maybe I've read it from a file and stored each line of a file as a separate string variable. Okay, and now my problem is my Boolean. So I want to create a. So let me check the problem. So I want to mark all strings that contain the string anonymous, the substring anonymous, with a Boolean value. Yeah. For example, I want to have something like this. So I just write it here. So my output should look like this somehow. So we have still a list of tuples. In each tuple, the first tuple value is like a Boolean value indicating whether the search string is contained in my in the respective string in the list, and then we have the string like this lambda functions and so on. Okay, and then we have like for the second line or for the second string in my list of strings, we have false, still also true because the word anonymous also comes here, and here we have anonymous and so on. And then my third tuple is a false because in the third string we don't have the string anonymous. Okay, so it should look like this somehow. This is our desired output, this is our input. How do we do this in a single line of code? This is the question. And yeah, we use a very a variable mark. So we have to store the result somehow, and then we use the map function. Okay, so this is like our outer function which we use. And how does the map function work? Basically, the map function takes two arguments. You see it here. It takes a function and some iterables as input. And so I just write it function and iterables. Okay, and what it does is it applies the function to each value of each iterable. Okay, so in the special case which we are examining now here is that we only have a single iterable, and yeah, we want to apply this function to each element in our iterable. So this can be a list, for example, and so we want to apply the function to each element in the list. And yeah, then what kind of function do we want to apply? So basically we want to map. So I create now the lambda function. I will explain it in a moment. So blah blah blah. Okay, and to what? To the text. Okay, so here we have we define a function. I will define the function in a moment. I will explain it to you, and we want to apply this function to our list of strings. Okay, so now we have to define in our function. We have to create a function that takes one argument as an input, which is one string value or one element in the list, and transforms it to an output that is basically a tuple of two values. The first tuple value should be a Boolean value indicating whether the string contains the substring anonymous, and the second tuple value should be then like the original string. Okay, so this is like our dummy problem, so to say, and we can do this by defining the function, an anonymous function. And because lambda functions are anonymous functions, they are just functions that are just stored for the very quickly. So I create the function dynamically as I call this this outer map function. I simply create a new function, and this function is then thrown away immediately after executing this line of code. Okay, so this is the purpose of the lambda function. It's like it gives you the opportunity to quickly create a small function that just takes some inputs and transforms it to an output, and that's it. Okay, and then the question is what is the output we want to achieve? So basically we want to have a tuple. So and the tuple should be true with the string if anonymous in S, else it should return false. Okay, so it reads naturally, but I will explain next. So basically the lambda function takes some inputs, one or multiple inputs, in this case one input, which is one list element, and then we have the colon. The colon indicates that now the function body starts, and now all that comes after the function, which is all the text I just marked, is now the output of the function, the return value of the function. And you see that the return value either takes this tuple value or it takes this tuple value. Okay, so we have either true and then the string, or we have false and then the string. So it directly transforms our result to the desired output, which is like the tuple values of either trues or false of the respective lines. And now, so in which case we want to return true with the string if anonymous, so if this substring is in the string S. So if it exists, like if it is part of the string or if it is a substring, then this would be true, and then this part would be the return value. Otherwise, this part would be the return value. And now this style of writing it in a single line of code, an if statement, is called a ternary operator. And because it allows you to conditionally return some value to the. So you can even use it, for example, here. Now let's go back to the. Okay, so I will first execute this. And okay, so now, for example, I will quickly show you the ternary operator. So we have, for example, I can have 2 plus 2 if 2 is larger than 0, else 3 plus 3. Okay, I can do something like this. This is like in one line of code. I have defined the output of the if branch and the output of the else branch. Okay, it works like this very naturally. So give me 4, like 2 plus 2 if 2 is larger than 0, else give me 6. So in this case, this statement gives me 4. Okay, if I slightly modify this statement, say 2 is smaller than 0, then this is false. This condition evaluates to false, to the boolean false value, so we execute the else branch. And now if you check the else branch, the result is 6. Okay, so this is how the ternary operator works. It's very simple. And here we use exactly the same style of writing. It's just a bit more complicated. Here we have as output, we have a tuple, and here we have a tuple, and then we have our condition, this if whole thing. This is the if condition. If this applies, we return the true S tuple. If it is false, then we return the false S tuple. Okay, and here we check. So in a string, for example, hello in hello world. I have to close it. Hello in hello world will return true, and hi in hello world will return false. Okay, so this works. You can check membership of a string in another string easily with Python. Okay, so now this is basically all there is. This is one line of code. One line of code does the transformation for us. You have learned about the map function, the lambda function, and also the ternary operator. So just by understanding this single line of Python code, you have understood 3 advanced Python features. And this is the main purpose of this code line. Okay, and now we simply have to. So the map function gives us gives us an iterable as a return value, so we have to convert it to the list, and we print everything to the shell. And you can see we have true for the first line where the string anonymous appears, true for the second line where the string anonymous appears, and false for the third line where the string anonymous does not appear. Okay, that's it. Thanks for listening. If you like studying Python one-liners and you want to improve your coding skills and really reach the next level of mastery, then definitely get the book. It's the best book I have ever written, and we have invested, I would say, 1,000 to 2,000 people hour to perfecting the book and handcrafting every one-liner. And so we have really invested a lot of time and effort in making this the most useful Python book we could possibly produce. Okay, check it out and see you in the next video. Bye.